Hello, Living Dead Dolls fans. This is Josh, aka Doggiepants, and I'm coming at you in partnership with Mezco Toys for another Living Dead Dolls review. So I'm very excited because I got in the glow-in-the-dark Wizard of Oz set. There are only 50 made in the world, and Mezco sent me a set. Thank you so much, Mezco. That is so kind of you. So I'm really excited to take a look at them in detail. Like always, I'm going to start with my least favorite doll and go to my favorite. And I just so happen to have all three versions of these dolls on hand, so you can take a look at what they look like next to each other. We're going to start off by taking a look at the box. The box for this is exactly the same as the other ones, right? So it just says the name of the doll here. This is Teddy as the lion. It does have this great window box, Living Dead Dolls. What's it say? Living Dead Dolls, The Lost Inn, and then Oz is the giant opening for the window box. On the inside, you can see kind of the witch's castle there in the background. We've got the wizard on both sides of the box. Wizard was exclusive to the variant set. So the Emerald City variant set with the sunglasses, the wizard only came with that pack. And then it's a picture of the main 5 dolls here on the back. It's a really nice image there. And then on the top of the box says Living Dead Dolls. I really do like this window box. It's really nice. It's super high quality, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, so we're going to start with my least favorite and go to my favorite. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? With my least favorite doll of this series, and that is the witch. Now, the witch is actually a really cool doll. She's really, really awesome, extremely well made, but I got the sense that there was a little bit of a mistake made. Who knows, though? Who knows exactly what went down, because the witch was already glow in the dark, which means that this version seems to be identical to the original. I'm still going to review her. We'll take a look at her. You can see her next to the original and make your own conclusions. But, you know, mistakes happen, and what can you do? But yeah, here we go. So here is the witch. Let's take a look at her shoes. She does have these standard Living Dead Dolls witchy shoes. And one thing most people don't realize is she is wearing black tights as well. And it's like a cotton tight, so it feels a lot like Jill from the Jack and Jill set, just pure black. That is a separate piece that does go up. And then we've got this amazing pleated skirt. Like, look at all these lovely pleats. And they lay pretty nicely. There's a couple of them that you may have to kind of flatten out a bit, but it's not that big of a problem. She's got this lovely little peplum right here at the bottom of the bodice with a green ribbon that goes around there. And then she's got this, it's almost like it's a lace over top of this satin material for the bodice, but that same lace is on the arms. There's just no satin underneath that arm part, so you can see her green arms coming through. She has a little bit of a cuff here. She's got a really high collar with green lining on the inside. I love that. I love the shoulder detail, the little bit of a poof shoulder with the green ribbon as well there. She is a Nosferatu style armed doll, which means she's got the really long arms and the clawed hands. That's what the claws look like, if you were wondering. First saw that on Nosferatu. We also saw it on who did we say? It was Desmodus and Resurrection Lilith. I think that's it. There may be somebody else too, but yeah. But that's her dress pretty much. It's all one piece, and it does Velcro up the back. But it's really nice detail on her dress. The hat is super cool. There's a lot of seams on the hat, but one really nice thing is that there's a little bit of wires on the inside, so you can bend it, mold it however you want. And I really like that. And it has it around the brim too, so you can really kind of give her a sassy hat. It's attached with a little bit of elastic that I have going on under her, or behind her ears and under her chin. The hair is pulled back. I've seen some people take the hair out. Very similar to Vivian from the Great Zalambini and Viv. In that, some people leave the hair pulled back in the ponytail. Some people take it out. I like it back in the ponytail. It just kind of stays out of the way of the hat and the face. I think it looks nice. Her face paint is really, really nice. This is Valpurgis, so you do see the tree detail on her forehead there. And then she's got black lip, kind of intense red eye, black eyelashes, really strong black eyebrow. And she does have a little bit of the shading there. Her hair is decently thickly rooted for a doll that the hair is pulled back, so you can take it out of the ponytail, and it looks pretty nice. Again, elephant in the room. We're going to pull down the original version. Here is the original version. They appear to be the same doll. I have yet to find a major difference. Sorry, guys, but what can you do? So there we go. And then the third one is the variant version. But that is the Wicked Witch of the West, y'all. All right, moving on. Next up for me is Scarecrow. Purdy is the Scarecrow. And the reason that she's next for me is actually because it's really hard to tell that she glows in the dark because so much of this doll is actually covered in fabric. You only can see her little hands right there sticking out when she is glowing. You'd have to take her hood off to really kind of get the full effect, and I will take her hood off. But this is actually a great doll. There's a lot of detail. With the Wizard of Oz dolls, they really stepped up in regards to the quality. So you really get a sense of like lots of pieces with the costumes, lots of detail with the costumes. I really like it. He's got these lovely brown boots, standard Living Dead Dolls boots. The way that the straw works is the straw is actually attached. You can see it in the back here. It's attached to the bottom of the pant. So you can see that like white thread where it's sewn. It does come off easy, so you don't want to pull on this very hard, but just be aware that that's the way that it is attached. He has this overcoat. You're going to notice that there's a lot of distress detail in the coat, right, too. So it's dirty. It's intentionally cut up a little bit. There's some holes on the sleeves and everything. That's obviously intentional because he is a scarecrow. I have joked about him being, a powerful businesswoman in the 1980s because he does have shoulder pads. Rock those shoulder pads, girl. Another really cool thing about him, I'm not going to take the coat completely off, is that he's got the overalls, right? And this is a working pocket. You can put something in there. But he has this blue shirt on underneath it. It is a separate piece. Not only is it a separate piece, but it is long sleeves. You can see in the coat there that the sleeves actually go underneath the coat, which I love. They never do that, but they did with this one for some reason. The cuffs, and I've shown it on the other ones. I'm not going to do this because it does damage them really easily when you take them off. The cuffs here with the straw, how it is it's not attached to the jacket like you would think. It's actually just a little piece of elastic that goes around the doll's wrist, and it's sewn on there. So you can take this piece off, and it's a completely separate piece. I'm not going to do it because it is very fragile, this straw, and I love it. I don't want to detail or mess it up too much. But that is his outfit. Again, it's a lot of pieces. We got the overalls, we got the shoes, we got the coat, we've got the undershirt, we've got the hood, we've got the hat. There's a lot going on with Purdy. The hood is nice. It's made out of this kind of burlap sack material. There are two buttons. One's larger than the other one, and there's a little bit of staining around the buttons as well. The mouth is just drawn on. It looks almost like with a Sharpie. And then the hat is attached to the top of this burlap sack. And you can kind of see that it's just in a couple spots here. You could take it off if you wanted to, but I don't know how you'd be able to keep the hat on otherwise. The hat is really kind of tore up and raggedy like it would be on a scarecrow, which I like. The same little bit of like cording or rope that goes around the neck of the doll is used on the top of the hat as well. The front of the hat is pinned up so it doesn't hang in his face, which I like about that, or her face, however you want to say it. I'm going to go ahead and untie this so you can see what the doll looks like. Since it is a glow-in-the-dark doll, we've yet to really look at its glow-in-the-dark aspects. But here we go. Hood coming off. Poof. And there is Purdy's head. It does look a lot just like the standard Purdy, right? There's no hair on Purdy. The painting on the face, there's a lot of brown, some branching around the lips, a big brown shadowed eye. She's looking up. She's got some really intense eyelashes. And there's a little bit of color around the top of the hat, or the head. That's what the inside looks like. It's really kind of a messy paint job. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but it's not really the case with the other dolls, so it kind of surprised me. But that is Purdy, glow in the dark. You may want to display her actually with her hood off so you can get the glow in the dark aspects. But let's take a look at the other versions of her. I pulled the hoods off of them so you can kind of look and see what it looks like as well. Here is the variant. But you see, she's a brown doll. Otherwise, here's the variant's hood too. You can kind of see what the variant's hood looked like. Boop, there we go. But here's what I mean about the paint on the inside. See, that's a little odd, but that's okay. She's still super cool. Still love her. But that is the glow in the dark version of the Scarecrow. Moving on. Now this surprised me, and it probably surprised you guys, because I have been singing the praises of this doll ever since she was released, and I still love her. I just love the other two more. So third up is Bride of Valentine as the Tin Man. I know it's shocking, but it's something about the glow in the dark body doesn't work as well as I feel like the paint job on the other dolls does. Again, her outfit may be one of the best outfits I've ever seen on a Living Dead doll. The quality is just super nice. It's like this really, really thick pleather material, right? So we've got this coat here. You're going to see, I don't know if you'll be able to see in this video, but there are some slight stamps on the front of the coat. Yeah, there we go. You can almost see it. Like they're stamped into the pleather. And the coat has this kind of like rusty silver look to it. It's a really intense Velcro right here on the front. You can see it kind of overlaps. There's a little bit of this fabric on the arms to kind of help it look like it's a bendable metal. It's the same fabric that's on her bodysuit. And what I mean by bodysuit is this is what I mean by bodysuit. Look at this 1970s glam rock in all its glory, mock turtleneck bodysuit amazingness. This is all one piece and it does Velcro up the back. It goes all the way down to the ankles. She's got this really incredible like silver rusty boot going on. And then, oops, wrong way. And then we've got this adorable little hat, right? And the hat is an elastic hat. Wow, there we go. So you can take it off. It fits perfectly around her head. The elastic goes around the ears and under the chin. She's got a lot of gel in her hair, so you may want to comb it out if you're one of those people. I tend to be one of those people. But I probably won't do it with her just because I like the way that it looks under the hat. The hair is very choppy, and in regards to rooting, it's decently rooted. I think it's rooted a little bit better on the other two than it is on the glow in the dark, but still not bad. Not enough for me to super complain or anything. The reason that I placed her third is because the paint job on the other ones on the body gives it kind of this silver iridescent feel to it that I really think adds to the doll. The glow in the dark makes her look a little more cutesy. Still cool, still an amazing doll. Third is awesome, but it's just not as powerful as the other two in my opinion. The red lip pops in a kind of different way on this than it did before. She's still crying the tears of oil. There's a little bit of like rust on the chin. There's some serious eye like airbrushing around the eyes. And then obviously you're going to see that her eyes are real, like legit screws that have been screwed into the skull of this doll, which I love. Eye sockets of this doll. And then there is the last details. It looks like one of the screws was actually split the metal. So you can kind of see that detail, the little black and red going on there. But yeah, super, super cool doll. One of my favorite dolls of all time is both, well, actually maybe the variant version of her, I think is just absolutely incredible. But I love the original too. I love the original. So, though I don't normally keep the variant versions in my collection, that green doll may end up coming to work with me or something. Yeah, but there we go. That is, oh, I want to show her. Here is the original. And you'll see what I mean about the kind of like silver skin. Do you see kind of the difference between that? I like the glow in the dark. I love glow in the dark dolls, but it really adds to the Tin Man feel with this doll. And then the super rad variant version. There we go. That's all three of them. Moving on. So in second place is Teddy as the lion. And again, one of the reasons that I really chose Teddy as the lion for second place is that there's a lot of his face exposed and the glowing really looks good on him and I really kind of appreciate it. I love this doll. I think it's such a cute design. The faux lion's outfit that he's got on, this like fuzzy brown, very dirty in spots, little kind of like pajama suit with the 3 buttons going up the front and the Velcro. It's just so cute. Yeah, so let's take a look at it. His little feet has the 3, pieces of thread to make it look like paws. I love that. He has the same thing on his hands. They are gloves. They feel a little like Squeak's gloves, but they are attached to the entire, body suit. And then the way that the hair works is it's actually a hood. It's a hood attached to this bodysuit. So it's almost like any little kid could put this on and would look just like a lion. He's got this beautiful mane that comes off, comes down his back a little bit, goes under his chin, and then you can see his little lion ears poking out of the top. But if you pull the hood back, this is what you're going to see with the doll. I like him. I like that he's bald. I like that the skin is a little see-through. That's why I like him in this set. The glow-in-the-dark, it really works especially. His face paint, you're going to see that there's a little bit of like a grayish lining that comes down the face. He's got face paint to make him look like a lion. He's got this, cute little black line around the mouth, a couple little dots here, an intense yellow eyebrow, a very animalistic nose. No eyebrow, or yeah, sorry, like eyeliner. He doesn't have any eyebrows, but super cute. I love him. Teddy is one of my favorite dolls of all time. So I love that he's the lion. You know, I I think the reason that he wasn't higher up on some of the other reviews was because I always love it when dolls have hair, and this is a bald doll. I like the bald doll for the glow in the dark just because it's so intense, the glowing. But yeah, but that's it. Oh, I forgot to show you his little tail. There we go. Oh, you know what? With the Tin Man, I forgot to show you her axe. I'm just going to show you that real quick. It's a standard Living Dead Dolls axe that we first saw in Lizzie Borden. There's a little peg that she can hold blood, but there's nothing special to the axe to distinguish it from the original one. That's nothing glow in the dark or anything like that. So that means that. Oh, I forgot to show you Teddy's. I'm all over the place today. Woof! Here are all three versions of Teddy as the lion. Love this one. Look at that. So funny. But yeah, there we go. That is Teddy. So that means that the number one doll for this review kind of surprised me, but I just love her in her simplicity. Here you go, is Dorothy the Lost as Dorothy. I love the simplicity of this doll and the amount of the skin that is exposed for the glow in the dark. I think that's really important if you have glow in the dark dolls. The Lost is an iconic doll. This feels like an iconic doll as well. Super, super cool. She's got the silver Mary Jane shoes, white socks. She's got this very, very simple little gingham dress. It's black and white. It's a separate piece from the shirt underneath, so I'm going to show you. So if you pull this off, that black shirt is a separate piece. So we've got this basic dress that has, this detail that goes up and over her shoulders. These are not attached. They can come off. And then we have this black shirt underneath. There is a little bit of elastic around the arms of the black. And then it's almost like, another little mock turtleneck. It's like a lycra material. But it's super nice. If you're wondering why she doesn't have ruby slippers, this is based off of the book, not the movie. And in the movie, she does have silver shoes, not ruby. Her hair is pulled back into the braids down her back. Really nice braids. The things that are the bands that hold them in place are actually black, which is nice because it just blends into the hair a little bit. So you can display it in front, you can display it in back. Really cute. Pretty thinly rooted. Usually when dolls have hair like this, if you look all the way back to Hazel and Hattie, it's very thinly rooted. It's just rooted right down the middle and on the outside. So there's not too much hair when they're trying to make the braids. Otherwise the braids would be huge and thick. Yeah, but that's her hair. And now the best part of this doll is the simplicity of the face, right? No eyebrows, no bells and whistles. Black eye, a little bit of black airbrushing around the eye, a little tiny white dot as a pupil, and a black lip. Not much going on, which means that she is super haunting and terrifying. The regular version of the Lost is terrifying. These ones, here I'm going to show you the other ones with her. They're scary in their simplicity as well. She not so much because she's got the cute little glasses on. But this one, the glow-in-the-dark one, really does kind of... it adds a little bit of spookiness to her. It makes it feel like she is a ghost of some kind, which is why I chose her as my favorite from this series. But yeah, there we go, you guys. That is the glow-in-the-dark wizard set. Let me get them all out here for you. I know people are a little disappointed about the witch. I am as well. Um, if I hear anything from Drake, I'll let you know. Again, my guess is it was just a little bit of a mistake or an oversight. Things happen. The dolls are still amazing. What can you do? Yeah, but here we go. This is the Wizard of Oz glow in the dark set. Let's take a quick look at them glowing. I do it in blacklight just because I think it's a little bit easier. So you can kind of get a sense of what they look like. But here we go. Ready? And there they are, you guys. That is the glow in the dark set. Super, super cool. Love them. Love these dolls. They're worth grabbing. Here, I'm going to turn on the lights real quick. Boom. Unfortunately, they are sold out. They're going to be hard to track down. You're going to have to look on eBay for them if you do want them. But they're worth it. They're definitely worth it. There we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Have a nice day. Bye.